Look, Forza Horizon 6 just made the Xbox conversation a lot more interesting, because for years the internet's favorite narrative has been pretty simple. Game Pass killed Xbox sales. Xbox fans don't buy games anymore. Everyone just waits for the subscription. And look, I get why people say that. Xbox spent years telling everyone, hey, don't worry, it's on Game Pass. So eventually, yeah, people stopped looking at Xbox games like full-price events, but then Forza Horizon 6 pulled up and basically said, hold on, maybe the problem wasn't that Xbox fans don't pay, maybe the problem was that Xbox wasn't giving them enough games that felt impossible to ignore. Because this launch did not move quietly. It showed up on Steam, climbed fast, and for a second, Xbox actually felt like it had a real gaming moment again. And honestly, that matters way more than just saying, it's available day one. Let's talk about the actual numbers. According to SteamDB, Forza Horizon 6 hit an all-time peak of 284,139 concurrent players on Steam on May 21st. Not total players, people playing at the exact same time on Steam alone. SteamDB also shows it with a very positive rating and over 31,000 Steam reviews. That is not a dead audience. That is not Xbox fans don't care. And it's definitely not Game Pass killed all demand. And this wasn't random either. During paid early access, before the standard Game Pass launch, Forza Horizon 6 had already crossed over 170,000 concurrent Steam players. Then around full launch, Windows Central reported it climbed past 270,000, setting a new racing game peak on Steam and passing the old Forza Horizon 4 and 5 Steam peaks by a huge margin. So now the question gets uncomfortable. If Game Pass trained everybody to stop opening their wallets, why did this many people still show up? Why did they show up early? Why did they show up on Steam? Why did a racing game suddenly look like one of Xbox's biggest moments in years? That's the part people are ignoring. Here's my take. Game Pass didn't kill demand. Weak releases killed demand. Games that don't feel like a big deal killed demand. Years of Xbox telling people to wait for the next big thing, and then not always delivering that big thing. That is what killed demand. Because Forza Horizon 6 proves that when Xbox actually drops something people want, players are not allergic to paying. They'll buy the premium version, they'll play on Steam, they'll jump in early, they show up because the game feels big enough to matter. And that's the missing piece. Game Pass can give people access, but access is not the same thing as excitement. A subscription can put a game in front of you. It cannot automatically make that game feel important. That still has to come from the game itself, and Forza Horizon 6 had that. The Japan setting helped, the visuals helped, the franchise reputation helped, the timing helped. It felt like an actual event. And when a game feels like an event, people don't just wait around for the cheapest possible way to play it. They show up. Now look, let's not overdo it. One great Forza Horizon 6 launch does not magically fix every single Xbox problem. It doesn't erase years of confusing messaging, weak exclusivity, studio pressure, or the constant question of what Xbox hardware is even supposed to mean anymore. But it does prove something important. The fans are not the problem. Xbox players are not impossible to excite. They are not just sitting around waiting for the cheapest possible option. They will show up when the game feels worth it, and that should be the real takeaway. Game Pass can be a great value, but Game Pass cannot be your entire identity. At some point, Xbox still needs games that feel premium, exciting, and impossible to ignore. Forza Horizon 6 gave them exactly that. And honestly, it might be the clearest proof Xbox has had in years that the demand never left. The fans didn't disappear, the hype didn't disappear, the willingness to pay didn't disappear. Xbox just needed a game that actually felt worth showing up for.